The dark places of the earth are filled with habitation of cruelty, evil, wickedness, and hardship. Nations faced with wars, terrorism, economic hardship, and poverty. Men's hearts failing them for fear. Poverty, sickness, fear, and pain have ravaged many. Imagine that 7-year-old boy lying helplessly in the hospital with no hope of living. Imagine that young man on a suicide mission who has given up on life. Imagine that war-stricken nation with millions rendered homeless. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be upon thee. In the midst of this darkness, chaos and confusion, came light.
Let me bring them and put them in school. So I started bringing the orphans from nowhere, the ones that both parents are dead, and the fatherless.
Together, we will cause the glorious gospel to shine in the hearts of all men. For more information, please call the number now showing on your screen. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank God for what God is laying in my heart to share with believers all over the world. My name is Tabitha Evangel. I'm a Fulani, but I thank God that I'm an Israelite by adoption now, because Christ has redeemed me for himself. I came into ministry about 13 years ago, especially specifically 2002. And my burden was to reach the unreached. And I do go for programs in the Muslim-dominated areas to preach the gospel to the Muslims. And since I've been in their shoes, I'll be in another better position to tell them that this newfound faith is the only faith that can save one. So with that burden, I always go to rural areas where Muslims are dominated to stage our crusade and programs. But during the course of that, I found out that there are many things that Christians need to do, that beyond going to evangelize alone. I see things that are happening within the nation now, especially this issue of insurgency. And when you go around, you find out that there are lots and lots of orphans, littering around without school. So one day, out of the burden that God placed in my heart for the orphans, and I prayed 7 days and asked God, I can't sleep when seeing these orphans. And God now just told me, yes, it is important. What is persecution? You said you have ministries for the persecuted, and these orphans are also being persecuted. So I now decided to begin to bring some of them who don't have anybody to support them, to assist them. Then I now decided that no, let me bring them and put them in school. So I started bringing the orphans from nowhere, the ones that both parents are dead, and the fatherless, whose mother cannot be able to help the child to school. So I brought them and I was sending them to school outside. Then one day we discovered that every time I was spending almost 400 plus, which is not wisdom. So we started with the primary school, and the secondary school we are going outside to do their school. And we are paying the ones outside, at least it reduced the cost. And out of that, the passion, when the insurgency in Maiduguri was becoming something alarming, and now I decided to go to Maiduguri myself to see. That was the time that the heat was so much. We went to southern Borno twice. I led the team. People were saying, how can you go? That if you go, they will kill you. That look at this, that you have been a wanted person already in the list, and you got converted in Borno state, and you are still going back to Borno. Like these people you see now, when we got there, there were remaining 4 Christians that were left in that place at Tashan Alede. So we were telling them to leave that place because all have run. If you go there, you only see Muslim. So they were giving us excuses of keeping their things safe before they leave. So immediately we left that place. 15 minutes we left that place. Boko Haram stormed because they had the news that we were there. So they stormed and killed the remaining of them. These people, you see me praying with them. But I thank God we went to Borno. Even the military men that we were meeting on the road, both the Muslim and the Christian were praying for us. So I now decided that I don't have the first relief material and second relief material with the help of some ministries that I took to Borno. And I decided, no, my own is not that. I want these children to be educated. But why I face the issue of the education mostly is that if we don't educate these children, time is coming that they will be worse than Boko Haram. Because they have seen their parents being killed. Some they kill their parents in their presence. And the pains of that one remains in the heart of that child. Until the child comes to a place whereby he will be educated, and also he will be counseled and give him a reason to have the spirit of forgiveness, so that that thing will not remain in the heart of that child. So I now decided to say, no, let me open a free education for the orphans, and that's what I've been doing. And we start with very few, from 20 something to 80, then now we are running to 900 plus from different parts of states that are affected by this insurgency. I had a story of one of the children that I wept. A small child who said, and I am tracing that person to the fullest. A small child became a homosexual because after he lost his parents, some of the adults were giving them money to be able to sleep with them. You see what we are passing, Nigeria is going through. So I just pray that believers will not only look at the areas of taking relief material. Let these children be educated. That is what I want. If they don't do that now, and if government don't take precaution, I'm sorry, the Boko Haram that we are waiting for has not yet come. They will come with another name and more dangerous than Boko Haram, because they have seen it. Some of them, pains is in their heart, and that they don't fear death again. One of small boy will tell me that, Mama, I don't fear death anymore because I saw my parents killed in my presence. How do you expect me to forgive them? We have to counsel them, tell them the biblical aspect of it, that in our own religion, forgiveness is the key. We want to bring their mindset also to know that when you are an orphan, that does not mean that you are hopeless. There are orphans who are great people. And if God has taken me to this level, these children, I am confident in God that you will be 10 times better than me. If this is my better, you will be 10 times better than me. I agree that I will not bury any of you here again. I buried one of you, Samuel, and I wept seriously. No child will be buried in this camp anymore. You are wonderful children. I can see doctors, ministers, governors. From each state that you come, you will represent yourself
your steps in a better way. Amen. And as you go back, you will rebuild the walls of Jericho. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
This picture is a picture of the children that left Tem International for Ilorin in Kwara State for Bible quiz and Bible recitation, who by God's grace took first position in the nation, and they brought glory to the camp and to the body of Christ. They took first, and we had the Golden Cup and some awards. And some of them are Muslim converts. Some of them are children that their parents were killed by Boko Haram and leaving them without home and without parents. So I became their parents automatically. Okay, this is the camp, and this is the football field. That's the children were playing football. It was games period for the school, so they were playing football, and there were others seeing the others sitting down, cheering them up. This the team. That is our jersey. The team. Some of the team we have as Tem International Football Club. So they played, that day was a day they played with the staff. The staff that they played with the children. You can see FC Tem. That's Football Club Tem. You can see them playing. Okay, we are just trying to bring a kind of relationship between the children and the staff. This is primary school class.
Okay.
And they go to school in the morning, while the secondary school go to school in the afternoon because of the facilities. I think this, the admin director who is also teaching in the school there, is coming out of the class. There's no money to buy uniform. I've cried that out to so many people who will have compassion and get them uniforms. The chairs, sometimes we have a little money, we'll go and buy chairs. And we use them for chapel and also use them for classes. On the days of classes, we use them. If there's something to be done in the chapel, we take them back to chapel to use. And the board, God has raised even the teachers to buy the whiteboards for the children. Being an orphan doesn't mean that you are disabled. So you can be able to use your experience as an orphan to become somebody tomorrow. And those are the areas I want the government to see, to be able to establish schools for these children. We need practical Christianity. We don't need all this gambling Christianity. We need Christians who will say this is what is affected, and they will do the right thing. I told people that even if it is 10 billion that is coming to this camp today, I am going to use it for orphans. I am not going to anywhere. If I die today, I'm not going anywhere with any money. The only wealth I will leave is to make sure these children are educated. Like some of them are in US now, which I thank God. Some of them are in universities, which I thank God. It's not by my making, but because God sees my heart that I have pains for the orphans. And that is all I want the Christians also to help. The Bible said it's not all of us that are called to do the same thing. Some are going out as missionaries and evangelists. Some are sponsoring. Let the sponsors come, so that I don't need their money. Let them come and build hostels for these children. And let them also come. Let them come and build hostels for the children, build schools for the children, build clinics for the children, that these children, when they have headache, we can be able to treat them without troubles. There are some here that were operated. I had to struggle to look for money for operation. Some here had fractures. I have to look for money for people who will come and treat them. Orthopedic to come and treat them. So I need individual Christians who have the mind, who have the means, please to come, so that we put head together for the future of these orphans, and then God will bless everyone. My sponsor is Jesus. Because I cannot tell you, we eat here on faith. If we have the one of afternoon, we wait for the one of evening. And that is what is happening in this camp. As I'm talking to you now, they have the one for afternoon, but I'm telling you the truth. For evening, yes, we have not gotten, but God has never allowed us to sleep with hunger for one day. We live daily by faith. And I have seen that sincerely anyone that said faith does not work is not saying the truth, because I've seen the practical thing that faith has moved me to. Because faith has done so much in my life that whether there's no 1 naira, I don't bother, because I know that as long as it is God's work, God will provide food for the work He has brought here, and He will provide the provisions. We don't have anything now. I'm just telling you, we went round and the classes, you can see children sitting on the floor. This office itself is a miracle. Some people furnish this office for me. Say, how can you have an office and only chair? So they came and brought tables and other things and furnished the office. Like the passion I have for these children to be something in the future, I was crying to God to give us a land so that we can have a free university for the children. And honestly, God heard my cry. Somebody gave me 70 hectares of land. You can see me and some surveyor and the son of the owner, the person that gave us the land, and those who are digging boreholes in the field. That is the beacon there. And we are going through to check the land. And by God's grace, I am still talking to those that God will lay in their heart. Let these children have sound education, free university. We need those who have the heart to see an orphan smiling. Look at the land. It's an old man, 80-something years old man that gave this land. One person gave this land free. He said he cannot die with land, that he prefer giving me this land because I have a good heart. So we need people who will come here and build. I don't need, please, people who, and because of some things that are happening in this nation, people don't trust people. Let people go there and build for these children. I need classes, I need hostels for them to have a place to lay their heads and have a good future. Look at us, we are eating fruits, we are enjoying ourselves even in the land. You can see that the land is even not bushy, it's very neat, just little work on it. When estate management people came there to see, they say no, the land doesn't have any heart, that is not going to be, we cannot spend much money on the land like other ones that have, they are bushy and rocky. This one is just a plain land.
That's you.
Yeah, that's the son of that's the owner of the land. The father is the one that gave us this land. So he's showing us all the landmark. 70 hectares. And the funny thing is that those who have a boundary with them also said that they are going to help us. They are going to help us to give us some. If one person will give this, they might want to give. Some said 1 hectare, some said 2, some said 6 plots. So it's an amazing thing. That means we don't know, for now we don't know how many we will get in the nearest future, how many hectares of land. Like I told you already, there's 2 boreholes already in this field. No ending, because some we stood, because I was tired, they just show us from afar. Because it's 2, I can't walk it all around. And look at it, very good ground.
It's not really bushy.
It's not. So this place